Good afternoon, this is Emily on the Archives, and I'm glad for you to join me on today's show. I hope you all are having a fantastic Tuesday, even though it's kind of cold, but you know what? It's way better than it was Sunday. That wind, it got right to me. If you're new to this show is all about playing anything from the 50s to the 90s. I play a lot of classic rock, sometimes disco, sometimes pop. It's a little bit of everything for anyone who wants to hear. Today, to start out, I'm going to celebrate one of my favorite Beatles. Their birthday was just yesterday, or the day before, depending on what source you look at. Yes, I am talking about George Harrison, who would have been 76 this week. And I say either yesterday or the day before because technically he was born on February 24th, 11:50 p.m., but for most of his life he thought it was the 25th. And to celebrate his legacy, we're going to play one of my favorite songs by him, which is If Not For You, here on the Afternoon Archives. Well, we're all about celebrating life here on the Afternoon Archives. We also got to remember those who have passed us. This week, we lost Monkees member Peter Tork, and that is very sad, but we do want to celebrate his legacy as well. So I'm going to play one of the songs he takes part of on vocals, which is For Pete's Sake, which is also the closing song for the Monkees TV show. So rest in peace, Pete. Here's out to you. Next up for you on the Archives, I want to celebrate Oscars night that happened the other night. If you watched, you would have known that Green Book won Best Picture, which I have not seen that movie yet, but I've heard really good things about it. One of my favorite movies of 2018, though, won 4 of the 5 Oscars it was up for, which was including Best Picture, but you can't win all of them. That's right, I am talking about Bohemian Rhapsody. And let me just say, Rami Malek played a great Freddie Mercury. He got him down right to the look, the personality, the voice. It was amazing. Of course, he didn't sing for him, but his talking voice was just perfect. And to celebrate these 4 wins that amazed me, and the fact that they opened up at the Oscars, I'm going to play my favorite Queen song of all time, which is Don't Stop Me Now, because guess what? It's been about 25, 26 years since the passing of Freddie Mercury, but guess what? You still can't stop him, even to this day. This next song I have for you is one of the first hits for this brother-sister duo, who, back in 1970, came up with this song that hit number 1 on the charts, and I believe it had won a Grammy. I forget completely off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it did. Ever since its release in 1970, it's been used in various TV shows and movies, including the Simpsons movie, actually. This is Close to You by The Carpenters. That last song I played for you was Leif Garrett's I Was Made for Dancin'. He is one of my favorite personal pop artists of the 70s, teen idols, I guess. Which, speaking of Leif Garrett, he has recently announced his book release, his audio biography called Idle Truth, which will reveal more about all of his past encounters, including the drugs, the arrests, all of that. Right now, it is on for pre-order. I pre-ordered it personally. I also ended up entering a contest that way because if you pre-ordered the book on February 14th, you were entered in a chance to meet him. No word on who won yet, but keep me in your thoughts that I could win because that would be amazing. If you're listening from Indiana, PA, or any of the surrounding areas, you know that lately the weather has been pretty bad. The wind has been at high speeds. We had some power outages. But the weather's going to get sunnier later in the week, and we can all look forward to that. So, to celebrate that, I am going to be playing you 2 songs of what we want and what we wish we could be doing now. So to start off, I'm going to play Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Lights Orchestra, because we're also asking the question, why did it take him so long to come by, you know? And then after that, I'm going to play Sailing by Christopher Cross, because, let's be real, we all kind of wish we could be sailing right now. Earlier, we played a song celebrating George Harrison as he would have been 76 as of yesterday, but there's other birthdays this week, including that of Rolling Stones founder Brian Jones, who tragically died at the age of 27 in 1969. But in 2 days, he would have been turning 77. So to celebrate, we're going to play one of the more popular Rolling Stones song that he took part in, which is Paint It Black. You just heard the 60s hit, These Boots Were Made for Walking by Nancy Sinatra. Before this song, she had made other songs, but she was still overshadowed by her father. After this song came out, though, it became a major hit in the United States and all around the world, and she finally had her own persona, and people saw Nancy as Nancy and not just Frank's daughter. Up next, I have another powerful woman, this time from the 80s, a little more well-known with more hits. You like her or you hate her. This is Madonna with Holiday. My time here on the Afternoon Archives is just about up for the day, but don't be sad if you want to hear more from me and you're awake in the morning. I will be here tomorrow for the morning mix from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., and I will be bringing you hits from yesterday, today, a little bit of everything. I'm going to try to stick to a little different show. It's going to be indie, it's going to be alternative. I'm going to have hits from Arctic Monkeys, Bastille, Phoenix, Fall Out Boy, all of those good known bands, but I'm also going to play some independent artists you might not have heard of after all. So try to stick around for that so you can learn about new people. Make sure you also stick around after my show today so you can listen to the Median Mix with Mikhail. I'm sure he'll be bringing some great hits too. Thank you for listening today, and I hope you stick around at WIUP-FM 90.1.